month marks 10 years since ISIS desecrated the tomb of a much revered saint in Syria. But the anniversary isn't a somber one. Instead, it's a testament to the hope of Christ and his church. In August of 2015, ISIS raided the historic Monastery of Mar Elian in Qaryatayn. Mar means saint in Syriac. They desecrated the tomb and took several hundred Christians hostage. They also took the priest hostage, but today a revival is underway. And joining us to talk more about it is EWTN News contributor Alberto Fernandez. Alberto, thank you for joining us. First off, can you tell us quickly about Mar Elian and his importance?
Well, Mar Elian, or St. Julian the Elder, or St. Julian Sheikh, is a 4th century saint, wonder worker, and ascetic who was connected with St. Ephraim the Syrian, who is one of the doctors of the church, of the Catholic Church. And he died in the 4th century in 367 AD and was buried in this part of Syria. And so a shrine grew up over time, and it was much revered for, well over 1,000 years until the events of 2015.
When ISIS raided the monastery in 2015, what did they do?
Well, they took over the area. There was a military offensive, and they took over the area and took Christians hostage from the village, the town there. But then they, as they like to do in their propaganda, they made a big show of destroying the monastery and specifically destroying the tomb of the saint. And there are videos of bulldozers and explosives and hammers. So they made a big propaganda event out of this incident 10 years ago.
ISIS was eventually, as beaten back by Russian-backed Syrian forces. So what happened after ISIS was defeated?
Well, the local Syrians, local Syrian Catholics went to the ruined site, and lo and behold, they found the bones of the saint and the broken sarcophagus, a Roman marble sarcophagus. So they were able to recover his bones and that of monks that had died and been buried there throughout the year. So they were able to kind of make an emergency fix and put them in another town for safekeeping until the site could possibly be restored.
I'm wondering, what is the monastery like now?
Well, it's partially restored, and obviously, as you saw from the photographs, the saint is back in his tomb, and there are celebrations on his feast day, which is coming up. It's September 9th. But of course, the church in Syria is a poor church. The Christians in Syria are threatened. They certainly need our help and our solidarity. They've done a lot of work to restore the monastery and the site, but there's a lot more that needs to be done.
Of course. Well, Alberto, thanks for joining us. We appreciate the insight.
Thank you.